So let's just say that from 1757 to 1857, the British fully colonized the Indian state. But they were not used to the climate that the Indian subcontinent produced. Extreme heat and rain, and extreme wet weather, and the extremely dangerous diseases like cholera, typhoid, and so on, produced a severe challenge for the British to survive in this country. In fact, the British held a meeting in October to congratulate each other that, oh, you're not dead yet. So, what could be the solution to these problems? Well, hill stations. But these hill stations were not just shelters, they grew up for some other reasons as well. Firstly, these stations mostly emerged due to the wars the British fought. Like Shimla was established because of the First Gurkha War from 1815 to 1816, and Darjeeling was taken from Sikkim for diplomatic relations in 1835. The British had appointed many European doctors to look after them. These doctors advised that shifting to these hill stations would be good for their health, and so they did. And indeed, these hilly regions did indeed work wonders for them to adjust as they did in Europe, especially Scotland, and therefore they decorated their new homes much like that jolly place in the north. Administrative buildings also grew up here, like we see the famous Raj Bhavan in Darjeeling today, and many new schools like Loreto and St. Paul's were built. The flourish of these cities, especially Darjeeling, drew many people to seek shelter here as well. There were the Sikkimis, the Nepalis, the Bhutanese, the Lepchas, some other Europeans as well, even the Bengalis, and they settled in these areas. But the cream of the city, including the mall, which is now sometimes pronounced Mall, was always fixed for the Europeans. So, even when the Maharaja of Bardhaman tried to build his own palace in Darjeeling, he had to build it somewhere down. Around the cities, industries like timber and especially tea grew up. Darjeeling tea is still famous and produces great joy to us every day. The stations, now cities, became so well developed that in 1864, Viceroy John Lawrence made Shimla the summer capital of India. And even today, Darjeeling is sometimes called the summer capital of West Bengal. Roads and eventually railways like the Darjeeling Himalayan Railway grew up, and this also helped extremely in the communication system of the region. So there you have it. This is how the hill stations of India were built by the Europeans. These cities are still in use today and are very popular tourist attractions of the country. So, these are indeed some colonial hangover from the British that we have inherited. Thank you.